Well, hello, we're here at MIT at the Sloan Sports and Analytics Conference with some of the brightest minds in the analytical world and me. Well, Daryl, fourth year of the conference here at Sloan. What made you want to get this thing started in the first place?
I always had a teaching bent. I actually taught a class at Sloan, and when I got the job in Houston, Mr. Alexander's a smart man. He said, that takes too much time, just one day. so that turned into a conference, and it grew from there.
Well, isn't in basketball, I think one of the biggest secret challenges that you don't hear talked about a lot is that the teams that have the awesome information a lot of times have trouble convincing the coaching staffs to use it.
A lot of what coaches believe, the numbers sort of backed it up. They all thought Shane Battier was a good player, but they only, normal stats said he had 8 points and 4 rebounds a game, but the coach saw it. And a lot of what we do is say, yeah, you're right, Shane's a good player. And when you validate things they believe, then they start to listen to you on other things, like, hey, take more corner threes, or maybe think about defending it a little bit different this way.
In basketball, the coach stands up, yells out the play, right?
Right.
You know exactly what the play is, and the defense, right, still doesn't know how to respond.
How long is it till we really see coaches embrace what's happening?
I mean, all my coaches do. I mean, it started with, Nelly even started it a little bit, using it some. Then Avery really got into it.
Working for a guy like Mark Cuban, I bought into it, and it helped tremendously. I can remember a series, when we played the Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs, and we were down 0-2, and we were trying to go in between the numbers to find out statistically where were we, at a big deficit. And it was mainly when your brother John Barry came in the game.
No, that's a lie. See, that's the stats lie.
That's the truth. When John came in the game, they were, plus 20 or plus 25. And statistically, we found that we had a problem with a matchup. So when John was substituting in the game, we substituted and went small, played Dirk at 5 against Yao, went small against John, and it paid off for us. So I can remember how statistics, help support a gut feeling that I had as a coach.
So we're not going to ask you to break down the trade on all analytical levels, but 2 ways analytically where you looked at it and you said, you know what, this is a no-brainer for Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks.
Right. I mean, from Cron's perspective, it was scoring. It was a guy who could create off the dribble and get his own shot. You didn't have, you can isolate him and let him do his thing, which takes pressure off of Dirk and gives us and spreads the floor more. And for a team like ours that likes to move the ball, that made Dirk's life easier, and I think it solved a lot of our scoring problems that we had for a while. And then with Brendan, it was all in the defensive end. The fact that he's an ongoing presence who can finish, who can catch the ball, and who can block shots and defend. I mean, it was a no-brainer for us.
When I look out and see that there's 1,000 students here all wanting to get into business, it's a fantastic thing for our industry, because as we discussed at the panel, it's not just about NBA teams competing with other NBA teams for wins, or not even just about the NBA competing against other sports. We're competing against everyone else in the entertainment industry. We're competing for leisure time. So I think the more bright-eyed young men and women who want to get into our sport, who bring to bear the learnings from other industries into basketball, into the sports industry generally, the better off we're going to be, and the better off we're going to be building our business on a global basis.